Hey everybody, today we're going to be reading Legends of Magic, Book 6, Mage Meadowbrook and the Abandoned City. Are you certain about this? I'm sure the princesses would be happy to let you stay here. I'm sure they would, but I've hung around here long enough. I have responsibilities in the Crystal Empire and need to get back there. But it's so far away. I like when you're in Canterlot and I can come by and see you. But what about the Star Swirl's legends? There are things I have to do other than just read legends all day. But what if you find something important? What if... Sunburst, this box is really heavy. What do you have in here? So about those books of legends. So you're not actually taking a break from the legends. Well, I thought about it. But then I realized that if I stopped reading them and left them behind, Twilight. She always figures out everything. It's nice to actually know something before she does. Is that wrong? Not at all. All aboard? Don't worry, I'll visit again soon. I have to bring back those books after all. I look forward to it. Maybe you can find the information that leads to some grand adventure. Gosh, I hope not. Ooh, this looks nice and quiet. Oh, come on, it's not that much luggage. Just have to push a little and... Phew, barely got it on. Now, let's find a good story to pass the time. Mage Meadowbrook. I always love quests with healer ponies. They know some of the neatest spells. There's nothing like a good healing spell. Or a zone of truth. In her days after curing the swamp fever epidemic, Mage Meadowbrook went out on the road to help sick ponies everywhere. Meadowbrook polished off pony pox in Puerto Cabello. She fought the Phoenix fever in Philadelphia. Finally, she had just cured the blue flu in Salt Lake City. No fever at all. Is your coat usually blue? Well, yeah, but usually it's more of a cerulean. This is definitely more of a periwinkle. But do you feel sick? Only when I look in a mirror. Periwinkle. Well, why don't you give it a few more days and then wash with shampoo? I'm sure we'll get back to the right shade of blue. It better. I'm not sure if I can live the rest of my life as a periwinkle pony. With the blue flu cured, Meadowbrook set out on the road again, looking for ponies in need of help. With her little cart in tow, she traveled throughout the whole next day. That night, she set up camp and cooked herself a good soup. Goodness, it looks like I'm running a little short on supplies. I'd better stop in the next town tomorrow. And that morning, she packed up camp and prepared to make her way to the nearest town. Even if no one was sick, she was low on supplies. Sometimes even healers need help. What a beautiful day to be on the road. But luck was not on Meadowbrook's side, and that day the weather turned bad. Instead of moving at a steady trot, Meadowbrook galloped on to find the nearest town. Aw, fiddlesticks. Late that afternoon, Meadowbrook finally passed a signpost on the way into a small town. She galloped quickly into the town of Meriden. Finally, I can't wait to get somewhere warm. Perhaps she galloped a little too quickly. However, by the time Meadowbrook realized something was strange, she had already reached a town square. A town square without a single pony in sight. Hello? Is any pony there? No pony answered. In fact, other than the pounding rain on the rooftops, Meadowbrook couldn't hear anything. This is creepy. It was. Maybe every pony's just inside because of the weather. Meadowbrook wasn't even sure if she believed it, but she wasn't going back on the road in this weather, so I guess I'll check out the inn. At the very least, it's probably warm. I'll just leave this right out here. Not like I'll need a wagon full of medicine in the inn. Meadowbrook was nervous. She could tell something wasn't right, but nothing seemed out of place. It just seemed quiet. Meadowbrook opened the door to the inn, glad to finally be out of the rain. But she was in for a surprise. It's dark. The inn must be closed or something. Well, I'm sure no pony will mind if I stay in here until the weather clears up. In a sense, she was right. Just grab this little fella to keep me company. Now let's get a look and see exactly what we're dealing with. The strange ponies were everywhere there in the dark. Thankfully, they didn't seem to notice Meadowbrook, so long as she didn't. Ah! Uh-oh. This is bad. It was. Rump, rump, rump. Gotta go. Zombies poured from every door. But for a moment, Meadowbrook wasn't focused on them. My pack! She was focused on the only tool she had that could get her out of this jam. There was something wrong with these ponies, and Meadowbrook knew she couldn't let them touch her, or she might catch what they had. But if she abandoned her pack, she would have no chance of curing whatever was wrong with them. Got it! And Meadowbrook didn't become a healer so she could abandon ponies in need. Then again, she didn't become a healer to end up a zombie either. Okay, ponies, I know you can't hear me, but it would really be nice if you didn't infect me while I'm trying to cure you. This is going to be bad. Meadowbrook may not have been the traditional swashbuckling hero, but she had skills that helped her when she was backed into a corner. Hang on a minute. Like her ability to see systems of cause and effect, and her ability to improvise. Here goes nothing. Phew! And while the pony mob stared at the window she had leapt into, Meadowbrook escaped down the side stairs and into the alley. Well, so long, creeps. Blip. Ah! Well, escape might not be the right word. Great, now they're all after me again. Got a head start was more like it. And Meadowbrook used that head start to make her way into the large red barn she found at the edge of town. At least this will buy me a little time to figure out what's going on. Meadowbrook didn't know if that was true, but she was happy to at least have a locked door between her and the herd of infected ponies. Now, let's have a little light. And for the second time that day, Meadowbrook lit a lantern and found something she had not expected to see. Frogs? Hey there, little guy. What are you doing in a barn? You guys should be staying in the swamp unless you find a food source. This must be the oat stores for the whole town. And you're a Nilsson swamp frog. You're brightly colored so you can warn predators. The excretion on your skin is poisonous, but yes, only if ingested, which wouldn't normally be a problem because a pony wouldn't eat you. But they do eat oats. I can fix this. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. And now for the active ingredient in this potion. Bup, 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 bup. I mean, yuck. Wait, where am I? Don't worry, you're cured. Who's there? I am the cure for what ails you. Did that sound cool? I was hoping it would sound cool. I would have gone with something snappier like the remedy. Good note, thanks. Now duck. Go, go, go. I say, oh, my aching head. How did we all get here? And as all the ponies finally came to their senses, they realized that Meadowbrook was their hero. They decided to throw her a hero's feast, which sadly did not have any food at it, as Meadowbrook informed them that their oats had been contaminated by the frogs. This is the worst feast ever. But soon the town built a new barn to house their oats, and everything finally got back to normal, and Mage Meadowbrook departed to find her next adventure. You know, I was with it until the healer suddenly turned into a ninja at the end there. I don't think that Starswell really knows what a healer... Yeah! Oh goodness, the luggage opened. I hope it didn't damage this. I don't remember seeing this book before. This is Starswell's cutie mark. This isn't like the other books. The best elements within us can spread light and virtue, and I know ponies who represent them all. Strength, bravery, healing, beauty, hope, sorcery. I need to get back to Canterlot. I need to talk to Twilight Sparkle.